so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go! Ready? Black 25. I'm trying to collect.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 2nd down. Winston steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Black 22. 50 seconds. Mike. I got it. Let's go.
They'll try to throw now. Winston flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the gun, Winston. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation. 6 defensive backs on the field. So he's looking for anyone to throw the football to. But he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 51. Now the wolf. Watch the out. Watch the out. Check 52.
On 1st down, Bullard. And right away, he lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Under 10. 10.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
51, Mike. Mike, 51. Go. Go. Chance. Switch. Check safety. Watch the safety creep. Go. To Mike. 51 to Mike. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Off play action. Bullard going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
No score after one on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check tight.
Winston. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike 45. All day, every day, any day. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready. Blue ready. Set. Oh, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Green, 57 to Mike. 57 to go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that'd scare me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57 Mike. Mike 57.
To throw, Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Tight down. There you go. Easy.
3rd and long for Winston. He fights him off. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Good one. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Levante David in on the tackle. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Operating from the gun, Bullard, and this is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 9. Sponge. No. Check. Whip.
Back to throw. Bullard. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And an alley to run. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Browns' 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Big gap. Ship. Check. Crunch. Check. Lucky. Check. Fresno. Check nickel.
2nd and 9 now. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Mora, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. But now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The
first down throw for Winston. And that's caught inside the 30. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Austin Seibert now for the Browns field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
A final shot before break. Bullard. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Slam, slam, slam. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check, check. Check up.
On second down now, Nixon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Silver. Hey, go. Check 24. Squeeze. Watch the shot. Check.
Off the play fake. Bullard. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
The Browns score first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally.
And Winston lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Even. I'm coming after you. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Winston escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Out. He's checking.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Jack Rabbit. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 3. Watch the twist. Check over. Tight dog, tight twist it. Shit.
On second down, Anderson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch out. 66. Pull it. High. Orbit. 51, Mike 51. Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Yeah.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion.
Check 99. Shit.
Now Winston. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Let's go. Put the flag. Hey, let's go. Tone the crowd. Squeeze, double. Wahoo.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, Mike 51. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's coming. We got double up.
From the gun, Bullard. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his fourth. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10.
Alert three. Kill. Kill. Watch that. Kill. Hey, check 24.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check the backer. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 38-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Tighten up. Check it out, read. Say.
2nd and 5. On the screen, this is Cannon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Trenton Cannon. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drop.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
At the 27-yard line.
Under 10. Share. Switch.
They go again with Cannon. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A big first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Let's go now. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch the seal. Undercrunch. 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 Go. Slam. Hatchet.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll run with Cannon. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Get him. Check.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ready?
Now Winston. It's caught by OBJ. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Clock's still rolling here, 4th down.
Yeah, they got to remember they cannot spike it. 4th down, as you noted.
4th down, Winston. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
7. Mike, go. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
Winston to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Throwing on first down. Bullard. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On second down, this is Cannon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I got to get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out, clutch, I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things